recording again. I have started the recording, so silence would be appreciated. Right, Ananya, so back to the point. You wanted to find the surface area of this shape over here. Well, it's not exactly this shape over here, it's this shape over here, which is a quarter of a cylinder, which is this thing over here. When you add all the quarters back together, this is a whole cylinder. So what we want to do is we need to find the surface area of this cylinder first, then chop it into 4, then add the little kind of flat rectangular bits back. So let's just have a look at the measurements at the moment. We've got 1.8 meters in length. We've got 20 centimeters as the width over here. And we've also got 0.6 meters as the diameter of the inner part over here. So for ease of calculation, we are going to convert them into centimeters. 1.8 meters, 180 centimeters. 20 centimeters is of course 20 centimeters, and 0.6 meters is 60 centimeters. Now we can get to the actual calculation. So number one, what we're going to actually do is we're going to find the area of this part over here, this blue part over here, right? Note that it's not a circle, it's kind of like a donut because the center is missing, so we need to subtract the center from the big circle. Number one, what we've got to do is we've got to find the area of the big circle. So to find the area of the big circle, we need to find the radius of the big circle, because of course finding area of circle is pi times radius squared. So let's find the diameter first. So we've got 20 centimeters over here. We've got 0.6 meters or 60 centimeters over here, and we've got another 20 centimeters on the other side. So now what we need to do is we need to add them all together. So 20 plus 60 is 80 plus 20 is 100, and then divide that bit by 2 because we need radius is 50 centimeters. That is the radius of the big circle. So now what we do is pi times 50 squared, which is 2,500 pi. Yeah, pardon that. That's, you know, trying to draw with the mouse is hard. And then we need to find the area of the small circle. So that is 60 centimeters divided by 2 is 30 centimeters. So now what we need to do is pi times 30 squared is, hold on, 9,000. Is that correct, Tonfon? 30 squared, 9,000. Yeah. Okay, right. Now what we need to do is you need to Wait. Is it 900? Yeah, I think you're correct. Yeah, should be. Hold on. 30 squared. It's 900, and then... Yeah, 30 squared is 900, right. So, Tonfon was right. Thank you for correcting me. It is 900, not 9,000. So now we need to subtract these two things from each other. Pi, and so 2,500 minus 900 pi is 1,600 pi. So note that, right? But remember that we also have one of these at the back of the circle as well, so we need to times this by 2, and that will give you a solid 3,200, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, correct, 3,200 pi. So remember that. We can select all of this and we can delete it. You can go back to it and copy it if you want, but we need to just remember that circles equals 3,200 pi. Let's select this over here and delete it. Right, so now what we need to do is we're just left with this surface over here. This surface is pretty easy to find. All we need to find is the diameter of this circle and times it by the length. So what we do is we're going to find the diameter of the circle, which is of course pi d. God, hold on. Pi times diameter. That's the diameter of the big circle, which remember is 100. So that's the same as pi times 100 equals 100 pi, of course. And then what we do with the 100 pi is we times it by 180. So 100 pi times by 180 equals 18,000 pi. So remember that, right? We're going to just take that down. Hold on. Delete all of that stuff, and the we'll call it not circle, but we'll call it circumference equals 18,000 pi. So now what we need to do is we need to add these up together. That will give you a total of 21,200 pi. Let's just check that again. Yep, that's correct. And once we have this 21,200 pi, what we're going to do with it is we're going to divide it by 4. And then divide this by 4, because remember we're trying to find quarters. And that is equal to 5,300 pi. So remember that. But remember, if we found the surface area, we didn't find the area. So even though we found like the surface area here and the surface area here, we are missing the flat areas over here. It's hard to see my cursor, but you know, I'll shake it about a bit. There you go, have a look on it. Look, focus on it. Now, this part over here, right, it's missing because we found the surface area, so we need to add them together. So that's simply 180 times by hold on, I just need to go back to the photo just so I don't confuse myself. Yeah, 180 times 20. Oh god, that's the wrong software. Yeah, 180 times 20, and that will give you and that will give you 3,600 centimeters squared. Times that by 2, and you will get hold on, 6,000 and 7,200 centimeters squared. Right, so 7,200 centimeters squared. Remember that. And now what we do is we add these together, and you should get the answer. Hold on. Oh, sorry, I just pressed the wrong button on the calculator. This will give you an answer of 23,850.44106. You can remember that number, or if you want it in terms of pi, you will get it's better off to just leave it in centimeters. You know, you could convert it to meters if you want to, but you know, just leave it as centimeters. But if you want it in terms of pi, it's 7,591.831181 pi. And that's how you do the question. You're welcome.